What's up, YouTube? Let's show you how to cook a steak. Yes. It's your boy KingCobraJFS. We got some Angus beef. Now, before we lay down that steak and season it, we need to prepare our pan for the bottom half of our steak. So, we got some pre-made bacon grease, a little bit of that country crock butter. We're going to put a splash of that. We'll take our liquid smoke, and we're going to put a couple drops on top of that butter. Yes. Some Angus beef. And we might just do both pieces. We need another fork for tenderizing it. And stab it through so it goes through both sides. And we're doing this because we want to season both sides with some Rust County Payne all meat seasoning. That's what I use. Pretty good stuff, not a sponsor. Season this side up, plop that side down first. And then we're going to season the other side of it. Now we're going to do that to the same goddamn steak in this other package here. Yes, sir. I'll wash my hands real quick. There's the butter and knife. We're going to throw that in the sink here in a second. Before we do, we're going to add some flavor into the top of our steaks. I'm going to take a little bit of that there butter, plop it on top. A little dollop of that right there. This is definitely cheating food. This is how I make my steaks. A little bit of meat seasoning, some butter, and some beer, and some liquid smoke. Alright, that's enough butter, but we need a couple more drops of liquid smoke on top of that. We got our liquid smoke. I'm going to throw a couple drops on top of the steak. Just like that. Yes, that's enough liquid smoke. We don't want too much. And you can see where all that's in there, just like that. Beautiful liquid smoke and butter on top. Now we're going to soak it in beer. So we're going to pour some Bud Light Platinum on top of each one. And a little bit more. And then I'm going to turn the stove pan on to a medium. Let that pan heat up. Yes. Now those steaks are going to cook up in that beer, that liquid smoke, and that butter, and that seasoning. This recipe works with any goddamn steak, no matter how thick or small. Just do it up. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Yes. Cooking up your beer on your steak like this is super unnutritious, but it's so flipping good. It's on a pretty low heat. Want to cook it nice and low and slow to give it a nice tenderized treat. There's enough grease in that pan to fry up these steaks just beautifully. It's below medium heat, so it'll cook them nice and slow. Don't want to rush this. Just want to cook it nice and slow. Want all the beer and the butter just tenderize into that fucking meat like yes. YouTube, it's gonna be like. Now I want them nice medium rare too. I don't want them to be all like fucking medium well if I can help it. And turn that heat back up to a medium and get these cooked a little bit longer. I don't want to cook them for too much longer though, because they're looking just about right. Yes, YouTube. Sure, we have another brewski to celebrate glorious and a toast to the meat that we are about to be bestowed with, YouTube. I'm not cooking these for too much longer because I want them to be a little bit pink in the middle. Give these a flip. These are just about done. I'll save the grease for cooking the other things too, the leftovers they may have, or like the salmon, you know. good grease. Why let it go to waste? It's about the recipe at the end of the day, not how big your steaks are, but how big the recipe goes for taste, really. Delicious. You know, there'll be a lot of steak snobs who are going to scoff at me for this, but who cares? You got two little Angus steaks. I want to cut them up into pieces and sprinkle it with cheese. I'll dry off my hands real quick. Use whatever seasoning you're most comfortable with. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of cut this steak into strips. Check to see how well I did cooking it. Oh yeah, that's cooked. There's no pink in the middle, but at least it's not overdone. I was hoping for a medium rare, but that's alright. Okay, King Cobra fam, let me take you on a journey right quick. We got this steak cooked up into some delicious munchable strips. I like little steak chips. So now we're busting out the bag of cheese. Yes, please. The Lucraine medium cheddar cheese, the family size bag. Yes, sir. We crack open this bag of cheese. Yes, please. And we're going to sprinkle it with these. Now we're going to sprinkle these steak bites. Little steak strips with cheese. A little bit more cheese on this side and on this side. Yes, perfect. Now I'm going to squizzle that before I put it back. Now we're going to microwave this so the cheese melts on top of our steak bits, and then we're going to cover it in some toppings, maybe some hot sauce and some guacamole, whatever the fuck we feel like putting on it, because it's our fucking snack, YouTube. This is our food. Look at this. Cheesy steak bites. YouTube. Cheesy, fried in butter and beer. Just sprinkle with cheese. Oh, yes, please. Give it a minute and 44 seconds. We just want the cheese to be nice and melted on top of those strips. Yes, please. Alright, let's go with the ghost pepper. Got some ghost pepper and some guacamole. Yes, all that cheese has melted. Yes, please. Steak bites. Steak bites. YouTube. All the steak and the cheese melted together with ease. That steak was already cooked, Joe, so we're Gucci. We're going to slap it with some ghost pepper sauce. Now, adding hot sauce is optional, but hot sauce tastes good. Look at that. All that melted cheese. Those steak bites. Now we're going to take our mashed avocado from Simple Truth, and we're going to sprinkle it on top of our steak. Yes. Yo, I'm using the same fork to eat this. Fuck it. It just had hot sauce and avocado on it, so we're good. King Cobra fam, look at that. Ghost peppers, avocado, medium cheddar, beer fried, baked in bacon, grease, butter, and beer. Your boy Cobra gotta get a hit of this real quick. That steak, oh yeah, fam, that was cooked to perfection. Even if it wasn't medium rare, medium well is acceptable, in my opinion. As long as they ain't overcooked. YouTube fam, them steak bits is dynamite. Yo, if you don't want to put hot sauce on it, you don't got to, man. But I was craving some hot sauce. Oh, yes. That ghost pepper hot sauce is straight fire, YouTube. Burning your mouth up. Flavor, that's what's up. But it's not too hot. Oh, YouTube, if you could only try this right now. Cooking with Cobes, baby. Oh, YouTube. Them ghost pepper kick. This is slick. YouTube. Your boy Cobra's done it again. Melted cheese, steak, cheese, guacamole. Cheers. And I'll be snacking on this the rest of the night.